Now we are joined by another one of our fantastic exhibitors today, actually our headline sponsor. So I'd like to welcome John Tupper from Eventscase. Hello, John. How are you doing?
Hello, Simon. Very well, thank you. You okay?
Yeah, I'm very good. Thank you. Thank you very much for joining us for today's show, EventTech Live TV, here and in person. Now, as I mentioned, Eventscase is headline sponsor this year. It's a massive thank you to you. But why do you think Eventscase decided to sponsor EventTech Live this year?
Well, good question. So I think there's a number of answers that we can give you. So first of all, to support the event, I think the event is a fantastic event in this industry. So to be a part of it in any way is a privilege. To be a headline sponsor is a super privilege. So for us personally as a company, I think it's important to keep our brand current and keep our name out there so that our potential clients and the people that we work with are aware of Eventscase and aware that we're a big part of the industry.
And just in case anyone doesn't know what Eventscase is, they've never heard of you before, I know it's unlikely, but just in case...
Shame on them.
Exactly. Give us a quick summary of what you guys do and how you can help people out.
Sure, so we are a all-in-one platform. We have been around for 9 years or so, essentially making it as easy as possible for organizers to create an event from end to end. So we're talking a modular system, so registration, ticketing, mobile apps, badging, the on-site side of things, exhibitor solutions, but essentially all managed from one platform. So you don't have to manage multiple backends, different databases. It makes it much easier for small event organizers, large conference organizers to manage their event in a successful way.
And how are you feeling just, we're back in person this year. I know it's been a long time coming. I know we're like across the board as event planners, as organisers, as exhibitors, there's a lot of excitement going on in the room today. For you personally, how's the journey been over the last 18 months and how does it feel to actually be back in the room with the people we're helping live today?
It's a weird one. So I've been working from home for the last 4 years or so. So for me, it's nothing new to be stuck at home within four walls, right? It's great to come out to an event like this and actually have that human interaction, have the proper connections that you can't do online, right? It's the online and virtual world ticks a bunch of boxes, but it's nowhere near as good as actually meeting somebody, shaking somebody's hand, and having those real in-depth conversations that really can only happen in a face-to-face environment. So it's exciting. It's intimidating at first, I guess, when we're also used to just Zoom and virtually meeting, but yeah, nothing beats the face-to-face interaction.
I think it's good you make that point. I think a lot of people still are potentially intimidated about coming to a live event, being surrounded by this many people. But like you say, once you get here, you experience, those rekindled relationships, the energy that we've seen in the room this morning. You really can't beat that. In terms of your stand, I know obviously you guys are exhibiting here today. If people did come and visit your stand live and in person today, what can they expect from an experience and what have you got going on at the stand today?
So they can expect a large stand. We went for a super big 10-meter stand, I think, this year.
Wow.
They can expect a friendly conversation. These events aren't about salespeople jumping on people to try and get qualified leads. It's about, like I said, having those deep and meaningful conversations, trying to solve problems, trying to offer that solution that people are looking for. And like I said, it doesn't matter if you're an organizer of a small event or a massive global trade show. Come to our stand, have a conversation about the experiences you've had, where maybe you need a problem solved, and we'll have a casual conversation, I think, about how we might be able to help you out.
Fantastic. And just in terms of, the help you can offer, what makes your products and services different to what else is out there in the market?
Look, a big one for us is the support. Not to diminish anything else that our competitors do, but it's all about being an extension of your team, right? So people are pushed for time when it comes to events. There's so many different elements to think about. Time is usually the big element where people struggle with. So if you have a company that's not only well established in terms of the product, but well established in terms of the experience, and the project management that they can give, and essentially be that, it's a cliche, but extension of their team, right? That's really where we look to deliver. On top of the flexible nature of Eventscase, we're lucky enough to have our entire platform is developed by our own developers. We own everything. We don't outsource anything. So we can tailor our packages and tailor our products so that they're perfect for our clients. So yeah, support and flexibility, I think, would be the two big ones.
Fantastic. And just in terms of your clients, do you think that's changed much over the last sort of 18 months, 2 years? You know, their wants, their demands, their needs, and how have you responded to that?
Yeah, it has. I mean, obviously, it's been a crazy couple of years. Going back to the beginning of the pandemic, you know, people obviously were looking to engage with their audience in the same way that they had done in the past, but couldn't physically meet. So, you know, a great example is the way that we've developed our platform to include live streaming of live events, video conferencing built into the platform. So no longer do you have to get your delegates to meet on a separate platform. It can all be done internally. So I'm rabbiting a little bit and forgotten the question that you asked me, but it's a way to, like I said, include all the different elements in one. Repeat the question again, Simon.
It's just in terms of the audience and their needs. You know, obviously they've changed over the past few months.
Essentially, the needs are to spark that emotion with their audience and get the content across. Again, depending on the type of event. So yeah, we look to do it in a number of different ways through technology, through the support that we offer. Needs change, the industry changes. We've tried our best to change with the industry. I think we're doing a great job. Who knows what the next 6 months are going to bring in terms of constant change within the industry, but you can rest assured that we would be changing with the industry and make sure that we have a suitable solution for our clients.
And just touching on that, I know you say nobody knows what is going to happen in the future. And again, you know, it's put your hand up in the air and have a little bit of a guess of where the country's going, where the world's going at the minute, what the demands will be, what restrictions will be. How do you see sort of 2022? Do you see a big push back to live events? Do you think it'll be a hybrid model? Do you think it'll stay, you know, as popular with the virtual scene as much as we've seen? Or how do you sort of, you know, from your crystal ball, I'm not going to take, you know, it in gospel in writing, but, you know, what will be your views sort of moving forward, how the industry is going to look?
I think no matter what happens with the numbers of COVID, it would be naive to think that everything's going to go back to how it was 2 years ago. We've all been to virtual events, and as much as I say that physical is the best way to meet people and create these relationships, there's always going to be an element of virtual because people see the benefits in not traveling. You know, there's the carbon footprint side of things. There's the ease of being able to sit at home, open your laptop, and be as involved in an event as you maybe would be on site. So in terms of what's going to happen, I think virtual is always going to be here to stay. And that's great because it's created a whole new subset of the industry, right? And you're seeing a lot of new companies pop up that focus and specialize on this specific virtual area, which is great for us as an industry. It's always going to be there. In terms of what's going to happen, I would like to think that this is, you know, something that will continue with events like this. The fact that we're talking here and being streamed out to a virtual audience is great. I think that's always going to continue. So, yeah, I don't know the answer, Simon, is the honest response, but I think it will be that word hybrid is going to continue.
I know. I say it wasn't a quiz there. We weren't grilling you. I say we're not going to take that as actual fine print there. We'll give you a little bit of flexibility because, as I say,
Thank you.
We all have to just respond to what's coming up in the future and plan the best as we can.
That's it.
So just sort of things you're working on at the minute. You know, have you got any exciting projects coming up or things you're really excited about either yourself or in the industry as a whole, sort of moving forward and how things are going to develop?
Sure. So COP26 is happening at the moment. Our event app is supporting the event, so that's, you know, huge for us. It's a massive event. So kudos to the team and you know, shout out to Jose and Ivan, our founders, for making something like this possible. There's a bunch of exciting projects that we're working on, and to be honest with you, in terms of the way that we interact with our clients, there's not one project that we work on that doesn't excite us. That's the nature of what we do. We're passionate about our product and our solution, and we're passionate about the events that our clients run. So it doesn't matter if it's one of these small internal sales conferences or if it's a COP26. You know, it ignites the flame in us, and we're happy to be a part of it and working on them.
Fantastic. And just in terms of the show, you know, have you had a look round today? Have you managed to take in either any of the presentations we've got live today, or have you been tuning into the virtual days as well?
I've been tuning into the virtual days yesterday and on the Monday. I haven't caught any live shows here yet. I've been firmly stuck on the stand and having nice conversations with the lovely audience here.
Which is good. Which is good.
Absolutely,
What you want to be
absolutely.
doing here.
But at the same time, I have seen the agenda. I know that there's some really clever people talking about some interesting subjects. So hopefully, I'll find the time to walk away from the stand and learn from our peers.
Fantastic. And finally, if we have got a lot of people, like you say, joining us from all over the world on the virtual stage today. Some people might even be just up the road. We've got people from literally all over. If anyone is thinking they've never been to actually Eventtech Live in person before, what would be your words to them? If they're on the fence, they could potentially make it tomorrow, or later on today, or potentially next year. What would be your thoughts on that, or recommendations?
If you want to learn about the industry in any way, shape and form, come down. Everybody that is here, not just from the Eventscase team, but from every exhibitor here, we're all a friendly bunch. We're here to have those conversations and help you out. So it's a great atmosphere. There's some great learning to be done. Come on down, check it out, support the event, support the industry. Yeah.
Brilliant stuff. Thank you to John there from Eventscase. Thanks so much for joining us.